Kani kedai bati CTV, bat pidang pet yaki kubor baman kasni, belawan Rashapi daga BDW International School Shillong, day boarding and daycare. Admissions open. Ringkat bat ka Orange Nissan Lumsopho near Fire Brigade Shillong.
Hakasian ke besau lampang ke yang dormat hawang ke jela. Ubak met baling do ula lumi ke jingilang hak balai shim mentalang da menteri rang bak ke jela Konrad K sangma u nong ilam kaliang persya Dr. Mukul sangma ki menteri sorkar gentup rui ki MLA na keseng kongres banyak keren sani kumno pensyami gilat kelinti halor ke jingki ustad ke jing sapriang jong penyang jingpang corona hakini ke jela ubala dekat ru ya bon ngot ki mensiem jong kinong syong ke jela hakini gisingi bala leknyo.
This review meetings that we've been having from day to day. Today is the fourth meeting that we had, apart from the other three meetings that we had in the past. And we are aware that the number of cases has gone up with regards to COVID-19 positive cases. And we are aware also that as informed by the government, that the number of cases have gone up because only after the opening up of the lockdown, which we have to balance as far as the economy is concerned. So, but the government also is very much on the job to see that how they're taking utmost care to prevent the spike of the positive cases. So we are here with the Honorable Chief Minister, Konrad K. Sangma, and the Honorable Leader of Opposition, Dr. Mukul Sangma. We have exchange of ideas addressing all concerns which we have been informed that we have experienced at the ground level from all the respective MLA's constituencies, and those ideas will definitely help the government machineries to see that how they acted on it and ensure that the sense of security and safety is being built up in the mind of the people of the state.
We are privileged that the government has given an exhaustive presentation on the measures being taken. And from our side, in course of, because the idea is that as we confront this challenge of pandemic, how we can minimize the number of casualties, how we can not just mitigate, but also ensure that we prevent from further spiking of cases in the days ahead. Keeping in mind, the clinical surprises that we will be confronted by in the days ahead, and the challenges associated with dealing with this highly infectious virus. Now, we expect that besides the measures which is put in place by the government, there are need for our community to actively participate in this whole process and how this particular thing can be achieved. Now, there's a very important aspect from the side of the government also. Certain areas where we want the government to act upon has been shared. We have shared these concerns, and we hope that those course correction will be there. While dealing with these kind of challenges, there will always be a need for course correction because there is no perfect model as such. And at the same time, areas where we are seen to be letting our guard down, we'll have to really look at and then see that, okay, we have that course correction. Now, there are a few things which we have shared. This one thing is that the overcrowding in the bank, overcrowding in the officers, in the different offices at the districts and the block level, you will see people queuing up before the bank, and then hardly any social distance or several other protocols which are required to be followed by the members of the community. I think those are few things which need to be corrected in the government premises. Outside is okay, but within the government premises, if certain protocols are not being followed, that is the place where we must engage with people, and that is where we must find out ways and means to actually communicate this concern of the government, the concern of everyone. So these few concerns have been shared. At the same time, how we take care of our preparedness is the cases going to further surge. We are all aware that the virus is not going to rest. After you have 10,000 cases, 30,000 cases, the virus is not going to say that now enough, so virus will take us. So therefore, we'll have to see that we are prepared, we are capable of preventing further surge and minimize the number of cases.
The message to the people and the state as a whole that when it comes to a situation like this, we all are going to work together. Whether we are part of the ruling or the opposition, it is our responsibility to ensure that we work as a team and give our ideas and give our suggestions and take it positively, and to ensure that we do whatever we can do best to ensure that we can fight this. And I think this message needs to be then further extended to the society as a whole. That this is not just a fight that the government will do or a fight that the MLAs will do or the legislature will do, but it's a fight where the society has to come together. And I think it's only when people in society start responding and start taking this as a serious issue and start following the basic protocols of social distancing, mask wearing and hand sanitization, I think we will see that we'll be able to fight this to a large extent. This most probably is the only vaccine that we have as of now, which is to wear a mask and keep ourselves safe. And I think this behavioral change and long-term adaptation to this situation is the only way to fight it. Apart from that, of course, government will do its best. We had a lot of positive discussion today. A lot of good suggestions came out from the members, and I would like to thank all of them for their suggestions. And we will try to incorporate all the suggestions as far as possible, try to see how it can improve the overall delivery mechanism to be able to fight this particular virus. So I once again thank the Honourable Speaker and the Honourable Leader of Opposition and all the members who came to this meeting today and gave them. The members have expressed different shortcomings that were there. I think we have made a point very simple, which is that we have been fighting this for the past 9 months. And in 9 months, a lot of officials, the government as a whole has been involved in fighting this. So therefore, in 9 months, there could be an element of fatigueness among the individuals, among the system, and there could be situations where there could have been slips. But I think overall, if you look at the management of how things have happened in the state, looking at the numbers that have come out, and looking at the additional steps and measures we took, including registration, including closing of gates, in spite of a lot of messages from the Government of India also on this and concerns from them, I think it reflects the fact that we have really gone that extra mile in trying to fight this. Is there a perfect system? Most probably not. But I think what is important is to keep improving on it and looking at what could be the possible outcomes and try to work on it beforehand in advance, take steps like, for example, improving our health infrastructure, having more oxygen cylinders, having more beds, having more ventilators, having a manpower, trained manpower. All these aspects were discussed. So therefore, yes, there were concerns, but in a nutshell, as I said, that the government has done the best it could, and will continue to improve on what we're doing. And yes, the opposition had mentioned that there were certain incidents where things could not go the right way. And we said yes, there could be situations like that because it's a very complicated situation. But if there has been any kind of situation where any kind of shortcomings are from our side, we've ensured that action has been taken, ensured that inquiry has been done, and we have tried to improve on every situation.